Oh my gosh, what's up, earners? Welcome back to my channel. I can't believe I'm actually filming this. I've wanted to film this video for 2 years now. If you know, you know. I've continuously posted about it and never done it. Wow, I can't believe we're here. I literally have not filmed a video except for the emotional video that is like an updated mental health video about everything that's happened. So that is on my channel. I did not promote it or anything, so if you want to check that out or you care, that kind of has an explanation of everything. But as of right now, this is the most current video I'm filming for my channel since January, and I cannot believe the day's here. So I'm just gonna get straight into it. I do have some notes on my phone, so I will be like looking down just to make sure I'm not missing anything, and I got everything for you guys. Wow, okay, so the social media experience. Let's start with our timeline first of my personal life along with this journey, just so we can kind of get an idea of where everything was at. This started in October of 2018. Yeah, I know, it's been a long time coming. But October of 2018, I started my first social media break. Originally, it was only gonna be for 2 months. And when I came back in December of 2018 / January of 2019, I realized how much I loved it, and I didn't want to go back. I was like, you know what, I want to see how much longer I can go. Plus, I was in school full-time and working full-time. I was struggling in school, so I figured might as well, it'll help my grades. I took my second break in January of 2019, and I did this whole entire break until October of 2019, which we'll get into that in a second. In between all that, I ended up going to school at Ball State for the spring semester, which I ended up struggling my first online semester. Ended up hating school too, so we'll get to that. In February, I ended up being jobless, and at the time, because I put in my notice where I was at, because I had an interview somewhere else, and they completely just did not keep me for 2 weeks. They're like, nope, bye, cut. So I applied to a PRN position at the hospital thinking, okay, I'll work there on the side, work my way up, and also serve too. In April, the girl that was training me ended up saying, hey, I'm going to nursing school, I can't have this job. And so 1 month into training, boom, I'm already ready to go full-time and take her spot. So it was a blessing in disguise. So I started my hospital job, PRN, but ended up being full-time at the hospital. In May, I ended up going back to Ball State online. I ended up failing a class because of, what was it? Oh, because even if you had passed the whole class with an A, if you failed that final, you got an F for the class. And I think I had like a B the whole time, and then I failed the final and got an F. So it was literally so stupid. But I wanted to try to continue again, so I went in summer for 2 jobs. One of them worked out, the other one ended up dropping. But I also went to Cincinnati a couple times. We went once for our birthday. I wanted to have a social media free birthday to see what it was like, to see how many people would say happy birthday, as well as me not caring who told me all happy birthday, and just literally focusing on my day and not what other people's lives have going on. In that same month, we got Tito in June as well, when he was like 4 or 5 weeks old, my little baby. So you guys have probably seen him in like 1 or 2 videos, just because I had a bunch of pre-recorded videos over that whole timeline of 2019, like 10 videos that I ended up getting finished, but then you'll see what happens. Go to LA in July. I decided not to go back for fall semester to college because it just was not working out. I was failing classes, dropping classes, and I just felt it was a waste of money and time at this point. I needed to figure myself out first. We went to LA again in October, and unfortunately, if you know me personally or you've seen that video, you know that my dad had passed away. I found out literally a week before he passed away, but I found out 2 days before my LA vacation, where I was supposed to come back to social media. I thought, oh, I'll, you know, sit outside the balcony in LA and take my first video, edit it there, and then come back home and get right started on the other ones. But unfortunately, my brain was just so confused and emotionally not there that I did try to come back. I came back on social media, but it wasn't the way that I wanted to. I didn't get to film this video. I didn't get to be happy about coming back either, and it was a really weird situation. From October 2019, I'm returning back all the way until January of 2021. Now, during this whole timeline, I did explain in the other video, I was working on my dad's house, fixing it up to flip it and sell it, as well as I was helping my mom clean out her whole entire house for her annual garage sale. I was also growing my hair out so we could donate it, planning that. We were making 3 trips here to Vegas to try to move here and getting all that situated. Long story short, July, we finally moved here. I start my job. My job ended up transferring to a virtual position. It was already going to do that, and so it ended up becoming one when I moved, and they just sped up the process a little bit. And so everything was okay, but I really didn't like it. And so long story short, I took another break in January of 2021. When I took that break in January of 2021, I just realized that I really needed to focus on me and what I was doing here in Las Vegas, because I have no idea. I moved here and now everything that I've ever thought about my future is completely different. And I can't, you know, I guess fantasize my future in that way because things are completely in a different area and price range and just a lot of things, you know what I mean? A lot of things just changed from when I was living in Indiana. That's kind of my personal life background for you. Now during this time, like I said, I was going to school, so it really was kind of, you know, just to help that. And then eventually it just became that I love it so much and it really just helps me focus on only me. I thought this was gonna be a super, super long video. I mean, as you can see, I kind of have some long notes, and I'm kind of just gonna steer away from those right now because there's kind of just 3 or 4 basic points that this is. I do want to clarify, I did have YouTube during that time. I did not get rid of YouTube, and then I just started TikTok in March of 2021, which is kind of really fun for me because I don't really know anybody on there. Not like anybody personally, it was more like random people, so it just wasn't, it didn't feel as judgmental, I guess. That is one of the cons of doing this experiment is, you know, you kind of get a social media, like, or you just kind of get social anxiety. Like, now you, like, don't really care what people think, but you kind of do, and you kind of just want to, like, drift away. If you try this, I highly recommend that you try this, but you're gonna love it. You're gonna fall in love with it so much that you're gonna want to keep doing it every time you need to get focused or regroup or anything like that. It feels nice to kind of be in, like, your own bubble and your own world, because you're only, like, worried about yourself. You're only seeing yourself every day. You're not seeing everybody's lives. There's no comparison, as well as you're not getting distracted, and you are just so much more focused on you, your goals, and what you're doing in your life. It just kind of made me want to restart, you know, restart a new social media, restart life, just everything like that. It just kind of made me regroup and really just, like, understand, wow, it really is my world and it really is my life versus all these things that kind of don't matter that's thrown in your face every single day because of social media presence. Obviously, we know that it's a curated feed, you know. People are putting their best images and their best, you know, say they're taking 30 pictures, they're picking the best one, you know. So it's not like they didn't have bad pictures and all that. So that's, you know, a very obvious thing that most people say when they do these types of videos about social media breaks. And so I just kind of wanted to reiterate that that is also true. Just know that everything is, like, everybody's best self and everybody's best attributes and best achievements, you know. They're telling you how they graduated and all that, but they're not telling you all the hard work, the nights that they cried, the times that they wanted to fail, the times that they were failing, the times that they needed someone to pick them up when they got out of a depression, or all these things. You know, they're just posting the end result. So always make sure to remember that as well. It's literally just better for your mental health to take a break, whether you're doing it for a day or an entire week or, you know, years. I mean, it's whatever it feels best for you, because you know yourself better than anyone, and you know when you need to focus on just you, because maybe there's a time crunch, or maybe you're feeling so bad about yourself that you want to start to feel good again, but you need to put that love into yourself and take the time to focus on yourself. To sum it up, you know, you pretty much learn how much more valuable your time is over scrolling and looking at other people's lives. And you realize how much more valuable being selfish is, because you're not worried about what everyone else is up to. You're just worried about you and what you have to do and your goals, versus letting other people kind of make you feel a different way. If you think about it, way back when, before social media was a thing or anything like that, you're only coming in contact with your neighbors, people you see at the grocery store, people you go to school with, people you work with, and that's it. Now you're coming in contact with everybody you've met through every stage of walk of life that you have decided to add to your Facebook friends or your Instagram, whatever. I'm just saying, you have multiple people now to be like, oh, and everyone's so opinionated nowadays that it just, I feel like, contributes to the social anxiety just a little bit more. And lastly, this is kind of, like, dumb, and I don't know if anybody else understands, but people are weird. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because when you take the break and then you come back and then you slowly get back into the rhythm of things, it's not really like that, but I just feel like every time I take a break and I come back, I'm like, this is, and then maybe this is judgmental and this is wrong on my part, but I'm just curious. I'm very confused and curious. I just think, why would you post that? Why are you posting that? What? Like, I don't, there's just weird, people are just weird. They do very cringy things, and they post things that I just don't understand why you're not keeping that private, or why are you, I don't know, why are you even saying it? It just doesn't make sense, and I can't describe it. I don't have any examples. It's just, if you know, you know. And you just kind of realize, like, even for me with social media, like, obviously I might post like cringy things, but like, I'm doing it on purpose. Like, I'm trying to make a brand and a business out of this, so I'm not sitting here doing that because that's who I am. Like, no, that feeds into my balling on a budget, my learn with earn persona. Like, that is my brand. So I don't really care if you're getting upset about that, because like, that's not me. That's just like my brand and the persona that I choose to give out to the public. So give or take, you kind of understand, does it hurt me, because it's not like me necessarily, but even then I don't really care what people think. But you just learn that people post things that it makes no sense, and the amount of time that people spend online is absolutely ridiculous. I think if you can do your weekly tracker, that it really does help you for your screen time. Now obviously, you know, we all fall into that rabbit hole trap, but, and I do too, you know, but try as best as you can to just create hobbies for yourself. Start sewing, start going outside, start stretching, not even working out, just start stretching, start doing yoga, start meditating, start journaling. Like, everything that you want to do in life, make a list and just start with one of those. One, literally one. And I promise it'll really help you, especially if you're continuously catching yourself on your phone. For me personally, I couldn't just not be on social media. I had to delete my apps. I had to log out of things so I wouldn't get onto it through Safari. I mean, it's drastic, so I totally understand, but really just try your best to not be in this whole mix, and really just be living your own life how we were meant to years ago before all this came about. Yes, it's a blessing. Yeah, it's great because I get to do this for you guys, and you guys get to learn about what my experience was and things that I feel, but at the end of the day, take care of you and worry about you. You can watch my video at any time. You can watch other people on your feed at any time, you know. Even though I missed out on pregnancies and announcements, I didn't feel like I missed much, and I didn't miss out on much. So I highly recommend it. Doesn't matter how long you do it, I just suggest trying it. So, oh my gosh, I can't believe after 2 years, I finally freaking filmed this video. I'm so excited. I am so excited to edit this now, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, to be entertained about this, and I am so excited to now start filming regular content. And now I have nothing that should be holding me back. So, thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye! I forgot to say, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe down below. Also, hit the comment button and let me know what something you've learned from your social media break experience. And like I said, make sure to subscribe. I will be posting a little bit more regularly, hopefully, here soon. So I look forward to catching you guys in the next one. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and oh crap, whatever else. All right, bye guys!